5 mana for Time Rip or the 5 or 4/5. Oh, it just keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it? My God. So, Tempo Demon Hunter is definitely weaker than it was. It doesn't have the late game finishing power with the nerf to the Metamorphosis and the Warglaives being so bad I actually took it out of the deck. But I do think that it's still a very strong early game deck with some decent draw engines with the Skull of Gul'dan. So I would still give it a chance if you have if you want to give it a chance. So basically how this deck works now is it's basically entirely early game focused. You don't have the Warglaives to fall back on. You have a slightly better, more consistent early game. If you want to take out the Sightless Watcher for the Amani Berserker, you can. It's a fine call. It gives you a little bit more aggression and slightly better stats on the board, in my opinion. But I will say that the Sightless Watcher, being able to play that and guaranteed draw a 5 or 6 drop when you need it if you play this card later, or guaranteed draw a 3 drop if you need it or something like that, can be very nice. I run 1 copy for the same reason I like running a Tracking and Hunter. It's just a nice card. And honestly, I think the deck has still got it. I've had decent success with this deck. It does struggle a little bit more into like decks like Priest, where you might need that little bit of extra oomph to get you the last bit of distance, or into Druid actually being able to kill the 4/8 taunt and keep going face. You can no longer like Warglaives and Hero Power hit it twice and go face. It now requires you to trade in with your minions. And so in some situations, it's worse. Also, if you want to take a Volpera Scoundrel out and put in a Amani Berserker for more consistent turn 2, you can. So, like, just boop, take one out, put in an Amani Berserker, and keep one Sightless Watcher if you like the card. It's totally fine. And, yeah, if you have any questions about the deck, feel free to let me know. I personally still like it. If you like the content, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe because, like, 75% of people aren't. And if you're already going to watch my videos and get recommended them and watch them all the way through, you might as well subscribe to boost me in the algorithm and catch more of my content, especially in the new expansion drops. And I'm going to literally play every single deck you can think of. Every single deck. Okay, so just saying. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's jump into it. Alright, Tempo Demon Hunter is not a dead deck. It's a pretty decent deck, actually, still. We get the Boom, Coin Out, Beaming Sidekick. Hopefully we can get a 2-drop as well. Skull of Gul'dan, considering our entire left-hand side is a ton of cheap stuff, means that I'll be able to get it off turn 6 without really too much of a problem. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the way that this is. I am pretty happy with my opening hand right here. It's going to go Beaming. No, it's going to go Battlefiend Beaming. Then Battlefiend Hero Power. And then that's about as far as I've gotten. But it's going to be sick. Dude, remember when this card used to be a 2/2? Imagine being able to immediately trade up into the 1/2. That would be insane. Be ridiculous if Blizzard would ever print anything that powerful as a 1-drop, right? Like, there's a neutral 2/2 that's run in every single aggro deck ever. It would be crazy for them to make a 2/2 that's even stronger than that for a little bit of time, right? It'd be crazy. I mean, if he does, then I kill that off. It's fine. Like, if he pumps that up with a Hand of Doll, basically, I've played around everything he can do. Quite literally everything he could do, I've played around at this point. Hand of a Doll, he hits into that. Big whoop, it doesn't matter too much to me. I get to kill it off. He'll live with 1. And then I'm able to trade in with these things, and then he will end up living. Or, not him, but the other one will end up living. I take 3. It's a bit of a bummer, I will admit, but I get to leave 2 things on the board, which are able to deal with his cards in the future. Bone Chew Brawler, Hero Power later. Then you have Blazing Battle Mage, something else. We basically just dealt with his board really effectively early on, and I might actually beat a Murloc Paladin. But to be fair, I am playing a deck that counters Murloc Paladin. Most decks cannot deal with all of the aggro, but this deck, because you have so many minions, and your Hero Power is just a 1 mana, do 1 damage, which can kill off most Murlocs. Because of that, this deck actually has what it takes to beat them a lot of the time, which is super nice. I say we just continually fight for the board. It's going to be okay. Basically, we just trade in here. We don't let him ever pump up things, and then we just flood the board because he's not going to have removal. He's a Murloc Paladin. He's going to try to constantly fight for the board. So the more I fight for the board, the better. Like, he could run Consecrate, but I've only seen one Murloc Paladin in, like, 10 games. Playing against Murloc Paladin, of course. Where he has Consecrate. So, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he doesn't have it. Which means that going wide and constantly trading into his board is the correct play. My Grimscale Oracle's looking kind of sad, honestly. You got that from Fishflinger. Pump up its health. No? Okay. Sightless Watcher. You could take this card out if you want. I think the card's fine, but if you want to take it out, it's understandable. I think I want to play the Sightless Watcher, though. Mostly because I just want to know what I draw next, and I don't really need Taunt because I kill off his entire board this turn anyway. We're going to go with the Og Merchant. And then we'll do it with that next turn. And then we'll just kill this off. We'll play that. We'll kill this off. Again, I'm fine taking damage. It don't matter. And then we go face. And then we pass. We have Bone Chew Brawler next turn with the Og Merchant, which is pretty sick. And then Hero Power, I guess. Like that, nothing really else to do. We have Skull of Gul'dan that we're waiting for. And then we just play it out. Oh, he gets Rush. That was a good card for him to get, to be fair. But to conserve minions on the board, I'm pretty sure that I just Hero Power and kill it. Because I don't care about taking damage. As long as I have board presence, he can't do damage to me. So the longer I do this, the better. Like, the longer I keep my board control, the better. This is how you play into any aggro matchup as Tempo Demon Hunter, by the way. I'm pretty sure most of you already know this. But you just constantly fight for the board. And if you're playing into a control matchup, a lot of this damage would be going face. No! Really? You get to kill it off? Fascinating. He takes 4 damage to do it. I have Hand of Gul'dan and ways of trading in. Hopefully I don't lose control of the board here, though. I feel like I've had good presence, but now we're getting to the point where not having Warglaives is bad. Oh, no. It's okay. This draws us 3. We freeze his face. Then we trade. And trade. And hit face. And then we'll do these things next turn. And hopefully just wipe his board with Altruist if he develops something. We have Hero Power. We have Beaming Sidekick. We have Bone Chew Brawler. We can kill off at least 2 health minions. In fact, we could kill that off too if we wanted to. Actually, we definitely can kill that off. Well, not... He could pump up its health more. So, let's not be too excited yet. Okay, we kill off everything here, though. For sure. For sure, for sure. Boom. Give it health. Then do that to that. Go face for 4. I don't want to take 6 damage. 6 damage is a bit much for me, and I already have enough board presence, so we're all trading with the 1/1. It's fine. We're now out of cards. We have board presence, and I don't know how he comes back into the game unless he has tipped the scales with some charge minions. But then again, why say words? Why would I say words like that when I know that it could end up dooming me? He didn't end up having it, though, which is nice. I think I just win. I don't know what really saves him here. That's fine. And then pump him up. It's okay. So, we got control of the board early with the Beaming Sidekick play. Beaming Sidekick played around pretty much anything that he could do. Having that Beaming Sidekick was absolutely essential to winning that game. If I didn't have that, I would have lost, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the Umberwing on 2 means I can place it at Overseer turn 3. Og Merchant is a very good card, but it's not a good enough 1-drop to keep. Beaming Sidekick is in a similar position. Like, I just don't play anything turn 1. I'll play it later with the Satyr Overseer potentially, but I probably just don't get anything done. That gives him Battle Rage, but I don't care. I need to do all the damage I possibly can to him to kill him before he pops off anyway. I need a 1-drop with Beaming Sidekick. I need Battle Fiend and 2 Beaming Sidekicks. I'll be 10 out of 10. I don't want to waste a charge on my weapon. There's no reason to. It's going to be Satyr Overseer next turn. Hit. Then he wipes the board or kills Satyr Overseer with something. And then Satyr Overseer Beaming Sidekick hit. And then hopefully that is enough. Although Risky Skipper Armor Smith into Blood Boil Brute with the 2 health would wipe my entire board. Like, my entire board's basically done here. He draws Risky Skipper off of this. I guess there's a chance he doesn't, but like 95% sure he does. And I don't know how to play around that. I'm thinking so hard about how to play around things, but also you have to realize that in a lot of situations, you just can't play around it. You literally just can't. Especially with a tempo aggro deck, you just gotta play curve and hope they don't have it, and go face, and just ignore everything that they do, and just pray to God that they don't have, or whatever you want to pray to, I guess, or pray to nothing. Just believe in yourself that they don't have it, and that's the best you can do a lot of the time. You get to play another Satyr Overseer with a Beaming Sidekick. This is why we saved a charge of the weapon. This is exactly why I've said save the charge of the weapon as much as you can, especially if you have a Satyr Overseer in hand. Because, 1, you can get the auto attack triggers off a lot easier, so you have an extra mana to play with both of those turns. But also, just because you have an extra attack, which means you can deal with a couple more minions more effectively in certain situations, which can be nice. Now he's going to play the Wormhole Challenger, kill my 2/2. He's going to Rampage it next turn to kill my Satyr Overseer. And probably win the game off of it. Corsair Cash. Okay. So we're going to trade, we're going to play this, then we're going to play this and pump him up. Then we're going to hit this into that. The reason why we do it this way is because having this 1/1 plays around Blade Storm. So I played around the best thing that I could play around, or I played around Blade Storm to the best of my ability. Like, the one thing I could play around, I played around, and I hope that it's enough. The fact that he doesn't have Risky Skipper, or he's not using it right now, is a bit surprising to me. I want to save Kane's Sun Fury. I think saving Kane's Sun Fury would be really good here. Let's play this, and then draw the card to me. No. Let's draw a card first, and then see what card we draw for this. And then just trade in here. Skull Gul'dan's insane, actually. Trade. It dies. Hit this into that. Still has 1 health. And then just go face with damage. I didn't want the 3/1 to live. I could have left the Lackey and done 1 extra damage. But I didn't want him to be able to trade into something like the 4/4 and then be able to kill it off with Risky Skipper. He could probably kill it off now, but that's fine. Now we have Skull Gul'dan with potentially an Altruist play. We have Kane's Sun Fury and Blood Boil, or that. Oh my god, wait, you're going Pirate? He was going Pirate this whole time? Oh! That was bad. Are you serious? It hit perfectly. It's not that big of a deal, I guess, but that was surprising. I thought he was in Rage. That was weird. That was really weird. I can kill that off. Altruist isn't really going to do too much, actually. Kill it off. He pumps up. I got it down to 10. Maybe I should just hard face, actually. I have Metamorphosis. I can Metamorphosis in this and just plow face. And then try to finish him off with Altruist the next turn. Because he's not going to have Taunt. So I feel like that's just the play. He doesn't have much healing. He's Warrior, so he has armor. But, like, how much is that really going to help him if I play Altruist later on? Altruist with a couple of cheap things could definitely get me there. He only has 1 taunt minion and it's 3 health. I'm pretty sure I can do 3 damage to something. Especially if I can draw like Twin Slice. Okay, so he's gonna play a pirate. It's gonna kill my 2/2 for sure. Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't hit my face. Okay, good. Armors doesn't matter. I don't care about the damage he has on board. I don't. We do as much damage as we can to his face. And then next turn we have this with these. We have 1, okay, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. That's not enough, is it? Oh god. It is not enough. If I draw another 1-drop, it could be enough. Oh, we need to draw another 1-drop now. Is what I'm gathering. Oh shoot, he gets more card draw. Wait, that's super bad. Okay, we need to draw another 1-drop right now. Maybe. 7 damage? Okay, it's fine. He trades in his 4/2 into my 3/2 to kill it. Or he kills it off with like a lackey or something. Interesting. This is very stressful. If I can draw another 1-drop, I win this turn. If I don't, then I lose. Meh. Into rush, okay. Please, 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 please. Anything. So many things win me the game. Oh. No. No. I was so close. I almost had game. Almost. But not quite. He goes up to 5. If I draw Twin Slice, I can win. Umberwing could maybe win me the game here. Glavebound Adept does not. Repair a Scoundrel could, depending on what I draw. I needed a 1-drop there. I'm pretty sure I die. I'm pretty sure he'll have the burst to kill me. But why would he armor there if he had enough? Like, there. Okay, he traded in with his taunt minion, which means that I'm pretty sure I might still be able to win regardless. Maybe. He does a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3. I need to draw Twin Slice. I need to draw Twin Slice or even Umberwing, I guess, maybe. Okay, wait, that's actually lethal, exactly. Then we do this. Then we do this. Then we do this in hero power, and that's exact. Thank God. Holy shit. That was good. That was fun. That was nice. I did not expect Pirate Warrior. Not even in the slightest. That was a wonky one. Alright, so we have a 1-drop. We have Umberwing, which is good. Chaos Strike is not as good. We want to flood the board. Shadow Weaver is a 3-drop. That's good. We just need to hit him in the face and hope he doesn't have all the removal that he needs. And that's basically how we win this one. It's that simple. We just need to pray he doesn't have the removal. The longer he doesn't have the removal, the more likely it is that I win the game. Priest could have Penance or Board Wipe or any number of things, actually. Face, literally ignore this. That minion doesn't matter. If it wants to hit it and then heal, go right on ahead. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I've got to just push face. The 1/2, like I said, doesn't matter. He trades into a 1/1 and heals it. Congratulations. I just need to push damage. The more damage I miss, the less likely it is that I can win the game. He trades into something. That's fine. There's no way, like, coin heals it. I then freeze the 1/3, push face with more damage, and then end my turn. And then hope that Skull of Gul'dan can get me there at the end. Because that's pretty much it. That's all I can do. We just need to push as much damage as we possibly can. Beaming Sidekick is pretty good, I will say, but we're still going to go with this. It's the best play that I can make. I'm fine taking damage if I can leave a minion on the board. That 1/1 did need to die, though, this time. Just because I didn't want it to kill off 2 separate things. And now we are in a position of hoping it doesn't have removal. Breath of the Infinite sucks. Penance sucks just as much, if not more. So we draw a card first. Let's draw a card first and see what we get. We should always draw first, just in general. Beaming Sidekick, Guardian Og Merchant on this guy is good.
Hey, I got you, friend.
We're literally just flooding the board. I don't want him to get rid of the Divine Shield, so we'll just do this and pass. Next turn, it's Frozen Shadow Weaver. Plays around several forms of his removal. Get to maybe freeze a minion if he plays the 3/6, which is quite possible. In fact, it's pretty probable, to be honest. I feel like that's a better descriptive word. And we just plow as much face as possible. That's all we can do. 5 mana for Time Rip or the 5 or 4/5. Oh, it just keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it? My God. What do you hit? The 1/1? Thank God. Okay, that was pretty good. Skull of Gul'dan next turn. Maybe I don't overcommit to the board. Maybe I don't even Skull of Gul'dan next turn. It depends on what he does. If he doesn't do anything, I might just play cards from my hand and try to push damage in like hero power. Okay, Skull of Gul'dan it is. Satyr Overseer. No, we'll play that instead. That's a great way of redeveloping the board. We can play this later. I don't really feel I need to play it now, when I could have just done that. I like doing it right after he used removal, because it means that he's less likely to have more, at least from experience and from things that I've seen. People try to like hold on to it for as long as possible. Okay, well that's not good. Not a fan of that one. Skull of Gul'dan next turn. And then hero power. Play around Soulmere somehow. How do I play around Soulmere? I think Skull of Gul'dan do nothing. Plays around Soulmere. Actually, let's try to see here. If he has Soulmere, the Divine Shield protects my 4/2. Actually, we can play this and attack second, and this all plays around Soulmere. So this, play this on you, then hit, and then play this. It plays around Soulmere, and then I'm able to push more damage next turn and set up lethal. Like if he plays Soulmere, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. That's not lethal. But if he does do that, which is what he does do, ultimately what happens here is I'm able to deal with his board fairly successfully and develop my own. Right? Like, I still get to do a lot of damage, and he just concedes because he knows he's going to take a lot of damage. I play this, hit, and then that's 10 damage on board. It wasn't lethal, but enough stuff stayed on the board to where he probably panicked and just gave up. I'm pretty sure he could have won from there, assuming he had, like, a Renew, or a Penance, or a Holy Nova, or anything, and he had, like, 5 cards in hand that weren't randomly generated, so I played around the Soulmere. I thought about the play that he could do, and I'm pretty sure that that won me the game. If I hadn't committed and I had waited out the Soulmere, that would have been worse, because it wouldn't have given me the pressure to punish him after the fact. Like, that was his best play, bar none, and I played around it. So I think that was a good play. Okay, so opening hand-wise, we want to keep the Beaming Sidekick because it is a 1-drop. 1-drops are always good, especially one like Beaming Sidekick, which can make another 1-drop better. We're looking for Blazing Battle Mage, Battle Fiend, or maybe a Bone Chew Brawler to coin out. As you look at this hand, you realize that we don't have any of the 3 cards that we were looking for, which is not good. Hopefully he doesn't have... Well, that's new. That's interesting. I think that we just coin out the Sightless Watcher. We need tempo on board. We need to try to rush him down. Bone Chew Brawler is a really good card to have next. Next turn is probably going to be Boom, and the next turn Bone Chew Brawler with the Sidekick. The only reason why I want to play first is because I personally believe that he could have Frostbolt. I think that Frostbolt's something that he could very easily have. And since it's a mage and I don't really have anything else that triggers on-hit synergy in my hand, I think that doing that's fine. Doing that meaning hitting with the weapon. Hitting with the weapon is usually not optimal if you have... It's not optimal if you have a Satyr Overseer in your hand or a Glaive-bound Adept. Because you want to save the durability so you can activate those things uncurved. But since I didn't have either, hitting with the weapon to get some extra damage is fine. I want to play around Rolling Fireball, which means I want to put these things on this side. Now it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, or 7, 8, and it might not hit the 3-1. I'll save a charge of the weapon here. I'll still save one charge just because I don't want to screw anything up on accident. But now if he plays Rolling Fireball, it doesn't quite get to the 3-1. He can ping it off now, but if that's what he does, like, I'm okay with it. Next is going to be Volpera Scoundrel. Ooh, wait, this is really good. This plays around Rolling Fireball very, very well, actually. So you can play this and Volpera Scoundrel. Place this on this side. Hit this into that. You can play Volpera Scoundrel 2. Say down here as well to protect the 2-1 from a Rolling Fireball. And then we'll hit with my weapon. Consume Magic is fine. Drawing card for every single thing that dies is actually not bad, but I don't have enough things on the board to actually get that to trigger. I think Silence and draw a card will be best, especially if he gets a taunt. So let's just take that and then go face with this. Go face with this. And then trade these in. Because this Divine Shield will protect him from some removal. And now if he plays like Frost Nova Doomsayer, we can Consume Magic the Doomsayer. If he plays Rolling Fireball, the 4/4 is protected from that. And then we can play Metamorphosis and try to push more damage. The positioning for the Rolling Fireball apparently didn't matter, actually, because since I killed off those things anyway, it didn't do anything. I'm certified. Polly? Conjurers. I do get to hit with the... Really? Oh, it was such a low roll. It's okay. Metamorphosis. Just go full face. It's a 3-2. I'm not in range of dying. I have this. Eventually I'll be able to play this on the same turn. It's not bad. Altruist with Consume Magic on something could be solid as well. I'm just hoping I do enough damage. If he plays Kartuk Defender, we get to silence it as well, which is nice. That's basically what we're going for here. Silence it, draw a card, push face damage with whatever we have left. And that's pretty much all we can ask for. 6 mana, Rolling Fireball, Arcane Breath. He also has a dragon in hand that's not great. But I'm pretty sure we should still be able to maybe finish him off. Right? 4 damage. I can play pretty much anything I draw. The only thing I can't really play is Skull of Gul'dan. But literally anything else, I'm fine with it. Arcane Explosion. Okay, 2 of my things live. Mana Cyclone. Okay, we're looking for a little bit of damage. 1, 2, 3. Do you have any spells? Okay, he doesn't. I drew another Glaive-bound Adept. Not too thrilled about that, but we do 4.
It's going to be okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh man, wait. I was thinking it had 5. I was thinking Altruist kills him here.
It's going to be okay.
We'll get him down to 4. We get to kill him off with this and or Glaive-bound Adept next turn. We still have Silence as well. I also got rid of that so he can't combo off with more spells and do something crazy. He should, for the most part, be dead. 7 mana. He could be Highlander, which means he has Zephyrus, but even so, we have a lot of direct damage in my hand still. So I'm not actually that concerned. And I didn't want to play the Glaive-bound Adept because I need it for the damage. Essentially, I have 8 damage right now. Okay, he had another Sorcerer's Apprentice. Not great, but it's okay. Even if he plays, like... I don't know. I don't know what he could play here that would stop me, really. But even if he plays, like... Frostbolt to stop me, I still hit him for 4. Conjures Calling. Huh. Huh. Conjurer's Calling can give you the exact same card. I did not know that. I actually thought that it would give you different ones, but I guess in certain situations, it can give you the same exact one. That's pretty neat. Overall, good game, though. Pretty solid game. I think I played around most of the removal well. I forced him to end up using Conjurer's Calling for removal, which was good. I don't actually, think that, I don't think that he played badly, necessarily. In fact, him using Conjurer's Calling as removal to get rid of my 4/4 was actually super smart and lost me at least 2 damage and a Divine Shield and Taunt, and lost me stats. So, overall, his plays were good. I just don't fully agree with Raid the Sky Temple in that deck. And I think that I just had a really good hand to begin with. I didn't even have a 1-drop, actually, so my hand was only just meh. But I think I played well.